Okay, Joe and Mary, so most two or about 95% of all of our members have always started with the silver because they know they're going to need something and it's going to be comfortable long term. Do you guys want to do what most members have been doing and go with the silver? Or do we want to get everything handled today and go big with the gold? What are we feeling? Okay, hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's do this. Okay, so unfortunately, it's not your wallet that qualifies you, it's your health. So I need to ask some remaining questions to see if you can even qualify, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Have any of you ever been treated for alcohol abuse or AA?
That's amazing.
Okay, have any of you taken any non over the counter drugs such as cocaine or hallucinogens? Have you had your driver's license revoked or been arrested? Have you ever been treated for diabetes, paralysis, or brain disorders? Let's skip to the end of the questions now.
Listen, we don't know where Manny is, so Manny might be on fire. We got a Scott in the house. Scott.
Okay, so I'm not the underwriter, but based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like you should be able to qualify. So congratulations, guys. This is awesome. Now, did you want to do what most members have been doing and go with the silver, or do we want to get everything handled today and go with the gold? Okay, Joe and Mary, typically when a member wishes to think about the program, it's usually for one of three reasons. They either, one, still have some questions, two, they're wondering whether or not they're getting the best deal, or three, is affordability. So which one of these three is it for you guys? Okay, I can understand that. Hey, let's say you were to go into work tomorrow and your boss says, hey, work's going really well. We're going to have you work 41 hours instead of 40 this week. With that 1 hour, are you guys going to go out and buy your dream home or your dream car? Of course not. On the flip side, let's say your boss says work is going a little bit slower and he can only pay you 39 hours instead of 40 this week. With that difference of 1 hour, are you going to have to put a for sale sign in your front yard? No. The idea is, guys, 1 hour plus or minus is not going to change your family's lifestyle. But not having these concerns taken care of, that's certainly going to change that lifestyle. Why don't we set that first hour on Monday aside to guarantee whether you're here or not, Joe, your family's lifestyle isn't going to change. All right? Now, Joe and Mary, the most important thing is getting in on these benefits, but keeping it comfortable. So why don't we start with the bronze option, and you can always increase it down the line. All I need is your driver's license, and we can get this taken care of. Hey, I can understand that. All right, look, it's difficult nowadays to make ends meet. But every time it seems that we're about to get caught up, another bill comes up to put us back in the hole. Okay, but when you think about it, over the years, when anything ever did come up, Joe, Mary, you guys have been able to make whatever adjustments were necessary to keep food on the table and heat in the wintertime for your family. Sometimes we even take our own paychecks for granted. But you're the man that gets up every day, goes to work, and brings the money home to take care of things and make ends meet. The only thing that's going to prevent this from happening is all of a sudden you aren't here anymore, Joe. All of a sudden that income we took for granted is cut off forever. And that is the adjustment that you're not going to be able to be here to make and that your family couldn't make without you. So sure, this $20 a week is an adjustment to make, but hey, let's do this. Let's just treat it as if Uncle Sam increased your taxes, okay? You're here and you can make that adjustment as you always do to prevent your wife and family from being faced with an adjustment they couldn't possibly handle. All right, Joe and Mary, most members are enrolling at this bronze and it's important to get in on this. Is that comfortable or do we need to make some more adjustments? That doesn't work, so step 3. All right, Joe, Mary, out of the benefits that are listed, which ones would you say are the most important to you? Okay, well then can we agree that out of that freedom of choice you stated, that would also be the most devastating to lose, right? Okay, now I do want to remind you that that freedom of choice is member owned and member operated, which means you can adjust at any time now or later down the line. All right, most members are starting here at this $15 a week. Is that comfortable or do we need to switch it up? Okay, hey, by hesitating, all that tells me is that you care about your family. And no matter who you are, it's always going to come down to money. So let me see what I can do. Okay, hey, great news. We can still keep all those important benefits like that freedom of choice in place. That took the program from $50 a month to $30 a month. I would imagine that's a lot more comfortable for you, right? Awesome. Sweet. Okay, I just need you to make me one promise, okay? Not only if this gets tough, but when things get better like they always do, promise to reach out to me so that we can get this program back to where it needs to be. Will you make me that promise? Great. All I need is your guys' driver's license and we'll get everything started, okay? Application finishes. Slide 32. All right, Joe and Mary, almost everyone takes advantage of this program, you know, like yourself, because of the value. The cost is so small compared to the many benefits that you're getting. And now it's very rare, but sometimes a member will cancel. You know, it could be a week, a month, maybe a year later. And we end up seeing them during their next service period. And they're upset because they're no further ahead than they were when we met them. And they want us to reapply them for the program. Problem, though, is that now that they're older, the program is, what do you think it's more of? More expensive, exactly. And even worse than that, some people can't get into it anymore because their health has changed. And honestly, I've done this for so long, that breaks my heart when that happens to somebody. And I don't want it to happen to you. But the point is that this is not a short-term fix. This is a long-term solution. And the longer you're in the program, the more value you're going to have in it. So if this $30 a month is uncomfortable for you right now, let's fix it while I'm here. How's everything feel? Good? Good. Then make sure to keep this important program in place for your family. And next time I see you, you're going to be super happy that you did. All right? Thank you guys so much. I'm excited for you.